yes, I'll come running to you. I'll come running to you. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. I wanna learn to rope and ride. I wanna ride o'er the plains and the desert, out west of the Great Divide. Wanna hear the coyotes howling as the sun sinks in the west. I wanna be a cowboy sweetheart. That's the life I love the best. Yodeling. Wanna ride the plains, going at a run. I wanna feel the wind in my face. 1,000 miles from the city light, going at a cowhand's pace. Wanna pillow my head near the sleeping herd while the moon shines down from above. Wanna strum my guitar and yodel-dee-dee-oh. That's the life I love. Oh-dee-dee-dee, oh-dee-dee-dee, Thanks a whole lot. You're really wonderful. Thank you so much. Hi, honey. It's so wonderful to be here at the Weissglass Stadium with Bobby Lockwood. It's always such an honor and a pleasure to be able to work with such a wonderful guy as Bobby. And it's so wonderful of all you friends and neighbors to come out here and greet him and give him the ovation he really deserves. Let's really hear it for the king of the DJs, Mr. Bobby Lockwood. Where is he? I tell you, well, we got to shake you up a little bit here. Brother Britt's going to be here a little bit later. I just saw him pull in with his little old gold horse. Would you believe his yodel? But he's going to be here, and we have lots more to go. So let me do my part. Elijah was a wooden Indian standing by the door, fell in love with an Indian maid over in the antique store. Elijah stood there and never let it show, though she could never answer yes or no. He always wore his Sunday feathers and held a tomahawk. Maiden wore her beads and braids and hoped someday he'd talk. Let's go, Steve. Elijah was a wooden Indian, never went nowhere, 'cause his heart was set on the maid with a gold like hair. Took her oh so far away, but old Elijah stayed. Elijah stands there as lonely as can be. Let's go. Thank you. Here's a little bit of a song that I wrote every time Bobby plays it on the air. Every time I play it on the air, I give Bobby a headache, and he tells me to go home and go to bed. And I do. And I still have a headache. Would you believe it? I got to dedicate this one to Bobby. Those ding-dong bells are ringing again, but I'll be darned if they're ringing for me. Those sing-song bells are singing again, but I'll be darned if they're singing for me. Let them jingle and chime, I'm staying single this time, that's the way it's gonna be. Those ding-dong bells are ringing again, but I'll be darned if they're ringing for me. Wee-hoo-dee-dee-oh, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee. Wee-hoo-dee-dee-oh, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee. I planned a happy wedding more times than I can tell. My heart was always broken. I'm shy of that old bell. Oh, those ding-dong bells ringing again, but I'll be darned if they're ringing for me. Those sing-song bells are singing again, but I'll be darned if they're singing for me. Let them jingle and chime, I'm staying single this time, that's the way it's gonna be. Those ding-dong bells are ringing again, but I'll be darned if they're ringing for me. Wee-hoo-dee-dee-oh, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee. Wee-hoo-dee-dee-oh, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee, I will-a-do, dee-doo-dee. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very, very kind. I think we have time for one more because we have a long, long list of wonderful talent coming up here. But once again, I'd like to thank all of you friends and neighbors for coming here today and making this such a great, wonderful, successful day for one of the nicest guys, one of the finest DJs I've had the pleasure of knowing, and it really is a pleasure for me to be able to call him my buddy. Let's hear it again, once again, for Bobby Lockwood. That's the nicest part about it. I get to kiss him.
I have the funniest feeling.
Your wife is watching, I know.
No, my toes are curled. Rosalie, would you do one more, and then we're going to have to bring a whole gang of people up here.
I'm on my way.
She's on her way. Rosalie Allen, hey!
I went across to Switzerland where all the yodelers be to try to learn to yodel and yodel-dee-doo. Climbed a big mountain on a clear and sunny day. Met a yodel little out of bed, a little Swiss chalet. He taught me to yodel, yodel-dee-dee, yodel-dee-dee, yodel-dee-dee. He taught me to yodel, yodel-dee-dee, yodel-dee-dee, yodel-dee-dee. First you take a deep breath and then exhale, 1, 2, 3. Then you'll hear a yodel if you'll listen close to me. This is how to yodel. This is how to yodel.
Thank you so much, Rosalie. Oh, come on, let's hear it. Rosalie Allen. Rosalie, come on. You know, I would like to say this before my microphone slips down to nothing, that I do appreciate your folks staying around as this late, because there's a lot more to go, a lot more stars and artists to get up on stage. And to sitting through the rain, and for old buddy over here getting some autographs and from the Mount St. Michael's, well, we have a lot more entertainment for you. And can you take more? Tell me this. Can you take more? Is that suit tailored? No, it's a ham all the way. But right about now, let's make them feel at home. These boys are all tuned up and ready to go. They've been waiting, and they only have 1 hour to spend with us, and they're going to sing themselves and back up a lot of great stars through the years. Remind me to give him a true haircut. Forget the Beatles. You may have heard of the Country Playboys, you may have not. But after their rendition on stage tonight at Weissglass Stadium, you will know them. Fellas, you all set to go? As soon as they get plugged in. Here's the greatest little band in the area, and soon to be released on Countrypolitan Records. This gentleman in the back of me wearing the blue suit will be recording a song, and when he does, you will know that it will hit home in your heart.
Throw him out, he ain't wearing boots.
Take this man out, he's drunk. He's 14, he's overdone it. You look like it, you have 3 teeth missing. Your molars haven't set in yet. But do you speak with straight tongue? Crooked? Send him back to the reservation, please. Here are the boys who have done so much to enhance country music in the Countrypolitan area. I've worked with these boys many, many times in nightclubs in Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Newark, at the old Hurricane at Old Morris, who will appreciate this. And they do some fine backup work. They got the best guys that I know all around, because we have the best bands that we could bring you this afternoon. And here is another great, great band. Would you welcome them, please? Walter Conklin and the Country Playboys. Oh!
nice hand for Artie Payne on the steel guitar over here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We always start off our portion with a little bit of Artie Payne doing our theme song. We never found a name for it yet. We don't know what it is. I guess Artie thought it up himself somehow. And we hope you enjoy the few songs that we have picked out for you. Here's a little song that usually in our schedule. Buck Owens recorded this and had a #1 hit throughout the entire nation for a long, long time, and it's already been done tonight, but I'm sure the boys won't mind if we do it again, and I'm sure you recognize one that goes like this. There's a place down the street we call Sam's Place. They start jumping every evening when the sun goes down. And you'll always find me down at Sam's Place, 'cause that's where the gang all hangs around. There's old Shimmy shaking Tina. Well, she hails from Pasadena. Well, she always got a big smile on her face. There's old Hoochie Hattie. Well, she comes from Cincinnati, and there's always a party at Sam's Place. Well, they've got a swinging band down at Sam's Place. You can hear 'em picking 20 blocks away. And they're playing country music down at Sam's Place from the setting sun until the break of day. There's old Shimmy shaking Tina. Well, she hails from Pasadena. Well, she always got a big smile on her face. There's old Hoochie Hattie. Well, she comes from Cincinnati, and there's always a party at Sam's Place. And I'll meet you tonight at Sam's Place. Sam's Place. All right, yes.
They asked me to sing a song.
Really?
Can I do one?
You certainly can.
And then you go back to Sunshine.
Right. We have a request for our very good friend who is voted the king of the DJs. Stand over here next to me. You know who this is. This is our good buddy Bob Lockwood from WJRZ, and let's give him a nice hand, Bob. And thanks a million for inviting us down here today. And we have a lot of folks that asked if Bob could sing a song with us, and it's a real pleasure to have him up here. Bob, if you will.
Okay. Goldfinger. Get him out of there. Here's one that 1, 2, 4, 5 people. It's a song you may be familiar with. Jim Reeves recorded it. It goes like this. Everywhere you go, sunshine follows you. Everywhere you go, the skies, they are always blue. Now children love you, they seem to know. You bring the roses snow. The whole world says hello, hello. Everywhere you go. Artie boy, sing me. Artie Payne, pick it on now. Get it loud. Loud, really loud. Old Spiders over here. Johnny Troy. Old Spider Fingers. Bobby Ford. On the drum. Now Walt himself. All together. I say everywhere, everywhere, everywhere that you go. Sunshine follows you. Everywhere you go, skies, they are always blue. Children love you, they seem to know. You bring the roses right out of the snow. The whole world says, hello, hello, hello there. Everywhere you go. Where's say flood? Everywhere you go. Oh, thank you. Turn the mic over to Walt Conklin. Walt, you've got it.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Lockwood, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a hand. Thanks a million, Bob, for contributing. And real nice to be working with some of our Nashville recording stars who are friends of ours. Dave Dudley, who one of America's biggest and greatest recording stars. I think Dave will be back, I think, a little bit later on. I'm not sure. But, it was really enjoyable working with him. And whoever the last one that played this didn't have it in tune or something. Here's a little song Merle Haggard recorded not too long ago. Ray Price recorded it on an album too. Was a big nationwide hit, and we hope you like it. Sure you recognize one. Goes like this. This old smoke-filled bar is something I'm not used to, but I gave up my home to see you satisfied. I just called to let you know where I'll be living. It's not much, but I feel welcome here inside. I've got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. My new home has a flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me anytime you want to, 'cause you'll always find me here till closing time. Artie. Love you promised would be mine forever. I would have bet my bottom dollar on. Well, it sure turned out to be a short forever. 'Cause once I turn my back, then you are gone. From now on, all of my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now is my fingers. I was a fool believing in you. Now you are gone. It amazes me, not knowing any better, to think I had a love that could be true. Well, I should be taken out, tarred and feathered, to have let myself be taken in by you. From now on, all of my friends are gonna be strangers. I'm all through ever trusting anyone. The only thing I can count on now is my fingers. I was a fool believing in you. Now you are gone. I was a fool believing in you. Now you are gone. Here's a little song that's been recorded for many years by different artists, and recently Ray Price recorded this on an album. We had about 5 requests for this song tonight. We'd like to do it for you now, a little thing that goes like this. Johnny Troy on the bass, if you will. Spanish eyes, teardrops are falling from 2 Spanish eyes. Please, please don't cry. This is just adios and not goodbye. Soon I'll return, bringing you all the love your heart can hold. Please say, see. Say you and your Spanish eyes will wait for me. Blue Spanish eyes, prettiest eyes in all of Mexico. Please smile for me. Please smile for me once more before I go. I'll return, bringing you all the love your heart can hold. Please say, see. Say you and your Spanish eyes will wait for me. Say you and your your Spanish eyes will wait for me. Say you and your Spanish eyes will wait for me.
That helps a lot. When you lose your script, you lose your script. Are those seats dry? Are your seats dry up there? Are your seats dry? You have a dry seat? I'll be right up. You folks, do you mind standing? I mean, you're welcome here, but if you'd like to go up and sit down on the bandstand, in the grandstand, you're welcome. But you're most welcome down here. If you folks like to come down here and be a little closer, like I feel a little closer to these boys, I think they're all sweet. I think they're darlings. Thank you, Walt Conklin and the Country Playboys. They'll be here. Let's give them a nice hand. Walt and Spanish Eye. Here's a boy that records on Countrypolitan Records. I don't know if he's ready or not, but if he has his flat top in his hand, he'll drop his cigarette and drop his Mountain Dew as he makes the big entry. I call him the Thin Man on WJRZ. I don't know why, but he's such a sweetheart of a fella. Hi, darling. He's just a sweetheart. And no matter where he appears, on the Hank Williams Show in Connecticut or Maine or Vermont, he appears at the Copa Club with Chet Tyler and his rowdies in Secaucus. Now he's on his own, practically. But you make him feel that he is welcome here, and I know he is, by your applause. Bobby James. Bobby James.
Thank you. There's no Hank Williams tune we like to do in the key of E walk. The news is out all over town that you've been seen running round. I know that I should leave, but then I just can't go. You win again. This heart of mine could never see what everybody knew but me. Just trusting you was my great sin. What can I do? You win again. I'm sorry for your victim now, 'cause soon his head like mine will bow. He'll give his heart, but all in vain. Then someday say, you win again. You have no heart, you have no shame. You take true love, then give the blame. I guess that I should not complain. I love you still, you win again. Thank you. That's a little bit differently than Hank wrote it, I guess, but we kind of like that little upbeat thing. We'd like to do our record for you, and we'd like to thank Bob Lockwood for playing it for us, introducing it on WJRZ. In the key of D, we have Let Me. Let me take you. Thank you. For from him. Let me take you to my word within. Now, please now, before you fall again, let me take you far away from him. Now, please now, before you fall again, let me take you far away from him. There we have Let Me. Thank you. We're going to do one more. You've got a whole host of stars coming up here. We'd like to do one for the younger generation right now. It's a little rockabilly thing in the key of A called Kansas City. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. Going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got that crazy kind of loving there, I want to get me some. Gonna be standing on that corner, 12th Street and Vine. Gonna be standing on that corner, 12th Street and Vine. They got that crazy kind of loving there, I want to get me mine. I might take a train, might take a plane. If I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got that crazy kind of loving there, I want to get me some. Oh yeah, what? Well, I might take that train, might take that plane. If I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got that crazy kind of loving there, I wanna get me some. They got that crazy kind of loving there, I wanna get me some.
Thank you, Bobby. Bobby James. Come on, let's hear it. Come on, you do better than that. Come on, make him feel it. Bobby James. Oh, you would never believe.